Hello, Libra. Welcome to your reading for February 17th to the 28th. We're just going straight to the end of the month. This is for Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising, and you can see that there's a lot happening, all right? We're going to jump right in. The rest of the month, it's going to feel great. It's going to feel like an Enya song. It's going to feel like you're back in the Renaissance era. It's very, very soulful, okay? So much love and compassion, and it is all about the arts because we have all these planets in Pisces: Saturn, Neptune, Mercury, the North Node, and you see that we are moving into Pisces season. All right, so for the rest of the month, just imagine that you're a fish, right? We're in Pisces season, okay? Maybe a seahorse, whatever you want. This is an endless ocean of possibilities the last 2 weeks, all right? You can move in any direction that you want to, all right? Nothing is stopping you. There are no borders in Pisces, and it's so beautiful. It's this peaceful bliss that's really nice. And you're going to be emotionally moved right from the start, right from the get-go. And it's not even on the calendar. Monday night, starting Monday night, we will have a grand water trine. So we will have the moon in Scorpio, Cancer, Mars in Cancer, and Saturn in Pisces, and Mercury in Pisces. But all water signs, by the way, really going to feel this. Really good. It's just going to feel really great. You're going to be in your feels, very emotionally moving, all right, for everybody as we enter Pisces season on Tuesday, February 18th. Now, we have Mercury, Saturn, Neptune, the Sun, and the North Node. That's a stellium. A stellium is when we have 3 or more planets in a sign. Big, especially for you. Maybe pay attention with that Saturn going by, but remember the Neptune and the North Node are conjuncting all month. So remember, that's still happening. All right. So this is a big deal. We have half the solar system in a sign of compassion and empathy, intuition, love, emotional intelligence, spiritual enlightenment. You are definitely going to feel this. This is all in Pisces in your 6th house. So it's like applying these, great emotions and feelings in everything that you do. It's everyday activities. Your 6th house, even work. There could be some really great things with work, as well as your health. That's the 6th house. Wellness. You may get pets around this time. But you're definitely going to do a lot of meditating, or you'll want to do a lot of meditating and healing and spending time in nature. I think I've mentioned this before. We human beings spend less than 20% of our time in nature, compared to like hundreds and hundreds and thousands of years ago. So spend time in nature, especially near the water, right? With all this water energy, long walks by the river, doing yoga by the beach, because we have 5 planets. We have 5 planets and water signs. So very emotionally moving. You may be taking emotionally moving, inspired actions for what you desire. Definitely pay attention to your dreams. They're going to be off the charts. They probably already are. We've already had all this, Pisces activity in the beginning of, it was all through January too. So, dream big, okay? I always say I don't even dream a little, dream big, especially with this Pisces energy, okay? With dreams. And if you're an artist, by the way, really great time for artists, creative types, musicians, dancers, poets. That's what this energy is. Really great for creativity. And even if you're not an artist or a musician, maybe you are, the director of sales somewhere, like you're just going to be really creative. And look how active Mercury is. You are definitely going to be very social around this time. All right. Remember, it is in your 6th house. Mercury governs how we think and speak and interact and analyze and network. Mercury, right? Hermes in Greek mythology, the messenger, but also movement. So you're just going to be very busy. And to really use this energy wisely, communicate. These are great aspects. Okay. Join a poetry club, do some travel, go to a yoga retreat, do something new, learn how to bake a pie, whatever you want to do. You're just going to have, I mean, this is all part of Mercury's domain, starting a business as well. But just remember to have one foot on the ground because, like I said last week, Mercury in Pisces, it's great. It's poetry in motion, but it can be a little bit confusing. Have a foot on the ground. The higher expression of Mercury in Pisces is intuition. So lean into your intuitive side. You're going to love it. All right. Now, Thursday, February 20th, Mercury is going to square Jupiter. I don't mind this. Both planets are actually in detriment, but they're also in mutual reception here. So Mercury rules Gemini, Jupiter rules Pisces. So they're actually working off each other. This is a day you could feel emotionally moved, like feeling this urge to feel more joy and abundance and philosophical. It's very inspirational, especially for you, Libra, because Jupiter's in Gemini in your 9th house. Okay. So Jupiter is just very active here. Jupiter's very active, and 9th house is spirituality. It is how you see things. It is a higher mind. It's higher education. It's book publishing, broadcasting, all of that travel. You got all that travel. Y'all are going to be traveling. But just know this aspect is very big picture, big ideas, definitely more and philosophical. So more Socrates, Plato over small talk. You're going to like that. All right. The other thing is Jupiter does expand. I want you to remember that. It doesn't have an off button. And with Mercury, which can feel very pie in the sky in Pisces, just once again, have a foot on the ground, because with this aspect, there can be a tendency to over-exaggerate or, be overconfident or have that escapism, or where your imagination is gone to the point of no return. Have a foot on the ground, okay? Don't go telling people that you invented Post-its, all right? Unless I don't think you did, but you see what I'm going with this. Now, we move into the second week, and I do want to remind you, there are huge gaps, right? Remember I said in your monthly forecast, February just doesn't have as many aspects as we've had, for the past 6 months. And so there's going to be some big gaps between days, and even, regularly. Just remember, planets are still working behind the scenes, and they're still having conversations, and things are still happening because there's the lunations. The moon is always having some sort of interaction. Okay. Now, Sunday, February 23rd, and we will talk about a lot of lunations in the second spread that are really great. Now, Sunday, February 3rd, Mercury will trine Mars. This is amazing. It happens once a year, and this is definitely going to have an impact on you for career and work. What is this aspect, first of all? It's your thoughts. It's your ideas. Anything that you communicate really being bolstered by the actions that you take this day. It's great for deals, making deals, for signing contracts, negotiating, right? Proving points, proving your point, having job interviews the day after on Monday, because you'll still feel it on Monday. It is the power of persuasion is what this is. You can talk your way into things. You can talk your way out of things. You can make history, all right, by making things happen. You create your reality. What a great day to create, all right? Mars is still working with Saturn. Remember that from last week, bringing that stability. And again, Mars in Cancer in your 10th house of career, fame, public recognition, honors, achievements. Mercury in Pisces in your 6th house of work. There may be something here really big for you, okay? And it could be very poetic and romantic with the fact that these two planets are in water signs. So with that said, feel what you're saying, okay? Make sure that the people that you're communicating with feel your passion with what you're saying. All right. So now you see that Mars is going direct that same day. All right. I feel like I need a blowhorn or something. This is huge. Mars has been retrograde since December 6th. This is a big deal. Okay. So things are going to start picking up for you, especially with career. Remember, Mars in Cancer and your 10th house of career, where you felt a lot of delays. You felt a lot of like people were sensitive, people were defensive. Things are picking up now. All right. You're going to feel a lot more motivated, a lot more confident. And if you're not working, if you're, let's say, retired, just whatever you're exerting your energy into that you want to be known for, maybe just a big passion of yours, projects, whatever it is, you're gonna start feeling things pick up. And even physically, remember Mars is physicality, so you're gonna feel less drained, have more stamina, you're gonna start sleeping better. That's a big deal. Mars retrograde in Cancer on top of like a peak maximum for the solar flares that we've been having as well. Your circadian rhythm was likely a little bit off. I can tell you mine has been. All right. So that's going to be really nice. Just remember that Mars is going direct, but still in Cancer. Okay. So remember, Mars doesn't do well in Cancer. So it is a good time to do, go with the flow. Go with the flow. Flow with the go. It's the God warrior, right? That's Mars. I've made this analogy before. Cancer's all about the home and loved ones and family. Just imagine Mars being at a housewarming party, doing air kisses, eating bellinis, right? He's gone off to the bathroom crying because he just does not like being there. But now he's got more energy. Now he can say, nope, I don't want no, I don't like your bellinis, right? Like he's got energy. Clearly he's not going to say that, but he's no longer retrograde. That is the big deal. And you may actually have a lot of attention on home and loved ones anyway for the rest of the month, okay? But definitely you'll be processing emotions. Remember, Venus is in shadow in Aries, okay? For the rest of the month. So not only processing emotions, but maybe with relationships too. Rethinking, reassessing, all types of relationships for you, Libra. The other thing is, definitely maybe some conflict resolution around this time as well. Don't hold anything in. You never want to do that, like your emotions with Mars in Cancer. Mars turning direct can actually be a turning point for you as well. It's a great time to reinvent yourself. It's a great time to have courage for the things that you may have wanted to do in January and February when it comes to career stuff, okay? Because what's going to happen is a lot of things, maybe one or two, that you wanted or that you were thinking about back in January or February that has to do with your career, even December actually, they're going to come up now up until April, all right? Because Mars is going direct. Because Mars was retrograde, let me show you here. Because I have Mars retrograde in Cancer in my birth chart, right? Back in January, mid-January, Mars was at about 28 degrees, okay? And that's where my Mars is in my chart. So Mars in Cancer hit my Mars in Cancer, okay? And then Mars continued to go retrograde. Going back and back and back. And now he's at 17 degrees, but now he's direct. So now he's moving forward again. And he's going back over my Mars in Cancer at 28 degrees before he moves into Leo. And so do you see how everybody, that's just an example for me because I have it in my chart, everyone is going to feel some things that may have happened back in January or February. All right. If you, by the way, you're a cardinal sign. And if you're a cross watcher, if you watch for your rising, your moon, or any other, your sister, your husband, whoever it is, all the cardinal signs, all right, will really feel the impacts here. Okay. That would be Aries, you, Cancer, and Capricorn. So that's the thing. The other thing is Mars going direct. That's great. We love it. You've got to give him time. Okay. He's been asleep for a really long time. So he's going to be at the 17 degree point for a little bit before he really, really, really gets going. But the good news is he is finally direct. All right. And he will be moving into Leo. And you're going to love that. All right. Next month. And by the way, next month is bonkers. Bonkers. I don't even know how I'm going to be able to do it. It's so much happening. But anyway, let's keep going. You at this point, after Mars goes direct, you see there are no planets retrograde for the rest of the month. You have nothing holding you back. Go forth. Do everything that you need to do. Now, Tuesday, February 25th, Mercury will conjunct Saturn. This is another rare once-a-year aspect. It's a conjunction. It's really, really powerful. You're going to feel it the week before, the week after. It's setting up this new cycle for you as well. And I have to remind you, back in January, we had Venus conjunct Saturn. And we will have Venus conjunct Saturn again in April. And then last week, February 12th, we had Mars trine Saturn, and now Mercury is joining the Saturn brigade. So what's happening here is Saturn is bringing you all this stability and structure, longevity, gravitas to your goals. It's amazing what's happening with Saturn here. And you're going to see, because it's Mercury, remember, a lot of writing, agreements, contracts, traveling, launching a business, networking, new things that you want to learn, or new ways of thinking. All of that I just mentioned have potential for this really great, stable, long-term future. And this can also make you a big authority. Mercury conjunct Saturn, again, in your 6th house. So please use this. Please, like in work, like you could get like a promotion, you could get promoted, you could start your own team or something. There's just something here really big. It's a great time to build out a business plan. Look into LLCs. Maybe you want to launch your own business, or maybe give a big PowerPoint presentation. Say yes to the dress. Just do something here. All right. Apply to be on Survivor. This is long lasting. With Saturn, come on. And spoiler alert, I'll let you know something now. 2 weeks from now, we're going to have the Sun conjunct Saturn. So when I say Saturn is truly building you that bridge, use it. Use it. There's something happening for you where your entire life is changing because it's changing your routines. It's in your 6th house. I mean, this is really, really wonderful. And remember, words have power. We're talking about Mercury here conjuncting Saturn. All right. So you can feel really empowered as well. And what you say, what you think can literally change the course of your life at this point. Use it. Raise your frequency. Okay. Remember I said in your reading last week, or your monthly forecast, a lot of authorities, a lot of teachers, they have Mercury conjunct Saturn in their charts. Like, it's powerful. All right. Albert Einstein, right? Pisces. He had it as well. Now, Thursday, February 27th, Mercury will sextile Uranus. As you know, this is amazing. You know this. This is, first of all, it's a sextile. So it's this great window of opportunity. Mercury just actually happens to be the lower octave of Uranus. Okay. And Uranus is in Taurus in your 8th house. And so there is something here where you can have this message, news come out of the blue regarding relationships, business partners, and favorable, right? Favorable, positive news, or even money. It's your 8th house. Or there could be something here about you and your big transformation. It's your 8th house, death and rebirth. And so keep your lines of communication open this day. All right. And the thing is, even though Mercury is in Pisces, which can be a little up here, right? Uranus in Taurus, that's grounding. So this truly is an amazing aspect. You could also think, have this big breakthrough, a personal breakthrough yourself. Just think outside the box, right? When we think about Uranus, very problem solver energy too, if you need to get to the bottom of something. Now, this is happening the same day the new moon in Pisces, one of the best new moons of 2025, right here. Okay. You listen, we've got the sun, moon, Saturn, Mercury, and Neptune all in Pisces. This is what you call divine. This Pisces, remember, very spiritual. All right. I mean, just so much happening with this new moon. The new moon will be trining Mars, okay, in Cancer. And so, again, there is something really big for you when it comes to career and work and being recognized or being awarded something. I mean, this is social status as well. It's leadership. The fact that it's trining Mars, it brings that fire, that ambition. And Venus and Jupiter are in such great, pretty much this wonderful, harmonious, they're doing, these are the two benefic plays. It was something really great for you here too as well. So when I say it is one of the best new moons coming after one of the other best new moons that we had in January, and I can't say the same thing for March. I can't say the same thing for April. These are two, use them. Plant those seeds, okay? This is one of you're going to love this. And by the way, for cross watchers, all the mutable signs, that would be Sagittarius, Virgo, Gemini, Pisces, and the water signs, Scorpio and Cancer, will feel this new moon the most, okay? If you read for your rising or your moon or anyone else, and especially if you have any planets between 9 to like 11 degrees, all right, in mutable signs. You remember Saturn is here. Saturn is here with the new moon, bringing stability to any seeds that you plant, new beginnings, new opportunities. It's why I say dream big. You're going to see whatever happens here pan out for the next 6 months. All right. This is, again, it's very spiritual, but it's also all about your dreams, your energy. It's truly one of the best ones. And you're going to feel a huge shift at the end of February, moving into March. Again, March is bonkers. And I can't wait to tell you about March. Really big month. So Libra, let's get started. Let's see what's going on for you for February 17th to the end of the month. Oh, well, let me just pick this back up. That's a lot. All right. So let me do that again. Libra Nation, come on. Let's see what's going on for you for February 17th to the end of the month, to the 28th. Okay, Libra. Oh, Libra Nation. Can you tell I just woke up from a nap? Do I look good? I put on like the good eye cream. Who does that? Why am I even telling you? Libra, y'all are amazing. Listen, I do a traditional culture cross spread, offers the best overview. And if we need to pull clarifiers, well, you know that we will. Secondly, Libra, y'all are amazing. Thanks so much for being here. Let's get started. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Yeah, this is so interesting. I don't, you always get the very interesting, okay? Wow. Let's get started. I mean, you're clear. There's a lot happening here. Six of Pentacles, wonderful. Love this. A lot of y'all could have been getting support anyway, right? Or, when I say Uranus and Taurus is in your 8th house, it's a big deal, okay? The 8th house is a big deal. There's a depth to it. Now, you have a Taurus card here, all right? So you may have, even last week we had all those, the squares with Uranus and Taurus, but I love this. You've got the very philanthropic man helping, supporting others, right? And so you could have been that person. You could have been that one. Remember, Sirius was very active, Chiron, all of that last week, very healing week. Or you could have been, receiving it. But either way, there's this sense of generosity here, like knowing that, that generosity of spirit as well, taking those inspired actions, looking out for others, being selfless, like all that energy stored in this card. It's really wonderful. And you see the scale as well. I mean, that's really nice because it brings that balance in your life, okay, of mind, body, spirit, everything. Really wonderful as you move into this week because it like raises your frequency to this super conscious level with the lovers in the heart of your spread. So, again, partnerships and relationships may be something big for you this week. Okay, and more in terms of the power to choose. Maybe you are seeing two different people. Maybe you are thinking about going from dating to getting married or whatever it is. There is this depth, and remember, again, there's so much happening even with Venus and Aries in your 7th house. That's strong. That's your ruling planet, Venus, okay? And your opposite sign that represents partnerships and relationships for you. I mean, this is big. So this is definitely gonna be a time for that, okay? A big time for that. This is wonderful. You have an archangel, right? Archangel Raphael, and like in the heart of your spread, gifting you all this love. So expect a lot of that energy, but again, it feels like more about like your choice, which, or even if you're single, like maybe now you're like, I'm choosing to open myself up to someone else and, have this relationship. Like it's so much happening here. So much happening here. Now you got the Empress in your challenge area. Now, remember what I said with Mercury square Jupiter? There's a really good example. Okay. Just overconfident and even like overindulging, like that kind of energy. It does feel like that Mercury and Pisces energy, North Node conjuncting Neptune energy, which it can be like really dreamy, really imaginative, like all of that. This feels like that too. All right. So have a foot on the ground. Secondly, there is likely someone in your life, with the Empress in your challenge area who could be, you just may see them in this way where maybe they're not seeing eye to eye with you or you're not feeling that support from them. Okay. And it may be because they like they're putting up a wall with the Empress here, or even being like mean girls ish, right? So just bear that in mind. There's something happening with another person though. Now, Queen of Cups in your crown, absolutely love it. We always love when the Queen of Cups shows up in the crown. You actually have the two cards. So the color purple, I don't know why, but violet and purple very rarely show in tarot cards. But you got two of the big ones here. Yeah. And purple and violet, right? They have the shortest wavelength. Therefore, they have the highest output of energy, right? That's why our, crown chakra is, purple, our third eye, purple, violet, right? All up here. That's why I like it when the Queen of Cups is in the crown, because you see her in her purple throne, okay? And she is so intuitive, so compassionate, has so much empathy, all right? Remember, that's why I said this is what this feels like this week, okay? So you may be in that place coming after that Six of Pentacles too, and with that, the lovers in the heart of your spread. I mean, that just feels really good, and you could be in that zone, okay? This is someone who leads with her heart, her foot in the water. She's in touch with her emotions. Remember I said that emotional intelligence energy this week as well. You've got that. Now, you got the Seven of Wands here, all right? So there may be something here. The Seven of Wands in the root of your spread, there may be something here where you're really fighting for something or protecting something that you do have. In a way where it's like, you're drawing a line in the sand, like don't come for me, that kind of energy. It's fine. He is the successful one. He's, on top of the hill. He's got the advantage. And so there just may be something here where just be mindful about protecting something, right? And that is Mars in Cancer energy. And remember, Mars going direct can really you may feel it. All right. So yeah, it can definitely be something with, a friendship or a career. I'll even clarify that 701s. I'm very curious about it. Oh yeah, you got the Hermit. All right. So very interesting with you getting all these, very selfless, spiritual cards. The Hermit is that's great. Okay. It's say, hey, listen, go within. All right. Because there is a sense of, remember I said Mars and Cancer, like people being like defensive too, but it can still be on the offense, right? Cancer is the crab pinchers come out because emotions are heightened. And so there may be something here where it's like, are you protecting something, fighting hard for something that maybe deep down inside it's not worth it? Ask yourself that. Okay, I'm not saying that you are, but if the Hermit is going to clarify this, it's saying go within. Okay, take some time out to really know what you're fighting for here, what you really want. You've got all the answers inside you, and then you've got the Four of Pentacles in your future. This is just, listen, that's all about order. Remember, I said Saturn's building you that bridge, right? There is a sense of that with the Four of Pentacles in your future. It is a Capricorn card. Its Sun in Capricorn is attributed to the Four of Pentacles, and Saturn is Capricorn's ruler. So this really is, putting structure together, like building that bridge, like putting order and structure in your life, the foundations of your life, especially financially, with the Pentacles here. Okay. So have that time for, think about four legs of a table, that stability, making things very stable for you. Now, there is going to be, I'll clarify that Four of Pentacles too. Yeah, and you got the Moon. Okay, so there is definitely going to be here something here where you're definitely going to have to go within, and this can take you to a whole other dimension. These are saying have a foot on the ground, right? With the Four of the Pentacles, because you can even see him. He's got like, speaking of crown chakra, right? He's got a pentacle on his crown. He's clutching one so tightly, crossing off his heart, and then he's standing on two pentacles. He's disconnected from Earth, all right? So it's fine to put things in order, but try to avoid doing it in a way where, like, the money owns you, right? Like you're stressing about it and whatnot, because you've got the Moon with it. And the Moon, during a time where we do have the Moon in tarot is attributed to Pisces. And so interesting that's coming up, because that is, again, like your sixth house, everyday activities, your routines and work and whatnot. So there just may be something here where, yes, you want to go within, because not only did you get the Hermit as a clarifier, you got the Moon. Card 18, 1, 8 equals 9, whose face is in the Moon. It is telling you to go do that introspection, and maybe needing to do a little bit more like soul searching. This is the best time to do it when you've got a stellium of planets in Pisces, which is all about intuition. It's all about spirituality. It's all about, so just take that time, okay? And you'll be fine. And I do remember you did get the Four of Swords and the heart of your spread last week, didn't you? All right. So take that time, even like that's still the mind. But there's definitely something really, really big happening with partnerships, relationships, maybe even the way that you see them. Okay. Remember, this is really more about like your choice. It's all about, and it is a very spiritual card for you, because the Lovers, it's a Gemini card attributed to Gemini. Remember, Jupiter just went direct in Gemini. That's your ninth house. The way that you see things, spirituality, wisdom, right? So very, very interesting. Just don't get too caught up in things that I just want you to feel. All right. Remember, it's an emotionally moving time. I want you to feel. I want you to feel good. All right. I'll do one more clarifier for that Moon. I'm just very curious. Oh yeah. There's now you got the Eight of Cups. So I think that the bigger picture here for you is that there's something that when you go within, and you're going to realize as part of your evolution, your emotional growth, emotional evolution, that yes, maybe there is something you don't have to, be so defensive on or hold really tight. You got the Eight of Cups, and that's what sets you free. And that's when you feel empowered. So you will only know if you go within. All right. Trust your intuition. Be in touch with your higher mind. All right. You see an eclipse happening here as well. So you got the moon here as well. All right. So moons are emotional, but, intuition. So trust your intuition on something that may have to do with partnerships, relationships, can be career, can be love. Let's get to your stuff. Oh my goodness, Libra Nation. I am it's next 2 weeks. Yeah. Especially because it's this ramp up into March, which is whoa, right? Yeah. By the way, if you like this reading, it'd be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments, Libra, tell me what's going on. Tell and I love y'all. All right, so let's okay, yeah, this is just very interesting. It does seem like that there is something here you're gonna have to move forward from. Did you okay, so yeah, we had that full moon in your sign. What was it, the 12th? Did you let something go? There should have been something that made some room for you for this new path. Okay. The Queen of Pentacles. That's great. That's amazing. Move in that direction with the Queen of Pentacles, who is very maternal, first of all, but she takes care of others. Okay. I feel like there is a sense of that's what you want here with the two queens, with the Queen of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, having the side where it's, that's obviously very, feminine energy. And it's really, really like everything that you do is for people within your orbit. Okay. It can be family. It can be, your friends, your squad. You have them in mind this, the next 2 weeks. So I think there is a little bit of you actually opening up, okay, with that Queen of Pentacles here. She is the richest queen. So there's definitely money stuff happening, but it's great, okay? And I want you to tap into that side. And it's just more about taking care of others that's coming through for me. You have the Three of Pentacles here in your external factors area. So it looks like there's something here with work. Like I literally said, you're going to find that there's going to be some changes. Okay. But this is great. Positive change. The Three of Pentacles is all about teamwork. It's all about working with others. So letting people in seems like a really great thing, again, because this guy's so defensive and this guy's so like, he's unbudgeable. And so take that time to think about who do you want to let in and who do you want to like spend time with. And again, it can be family or even making more time for, there's something here that it just feels like you may get a new job that's going to change some things. You may start, your own company or a business. There may be other people involved. You may start a new team. There may be some changes at work, but it's all for the positive with the Three of Pentacles there. That feels really great. Family just keeps coming through for me. There may be something you're doing with family, but at the core of this card, it is bonding. Yeah? And speaking of structure, right, you do have the Three Pentacles in the structure of the building. So there's something long lasting here too. Some project maybe even as well. Ace of Swords. Yeah, that's great. That's great. I was going to say, listen, you didn't get any swords. I was like, that's why it's like that Mercury and Pisces energy, South, like all this Pisces energy can be little too dreamy, but I like that. That's saying like, oh, have that breakthrough. Okay. Ace of Swords is, having a really strong mental breakthrough, right? Seems like some of y'all want to have that with a conversation, maybe in a relationship, or maybe even like a contract or something that comes through. Like that's what you're, the direction that you're going. So to be honest, just be social this week. Just be social. Have some alone time to yourself to process some things through, but stay connected with others because you also got the Two of Swords here in your final outcome. And so it does seem like with the Lovers and the Heart of your spread, which again, really about choices, your choice, you get the power to choose what to do with all this love gifted to you, right? All this, abundance and whatnot. But the Two of Swords is another Libra card. So this is attributed to Moon in Libra. And you got another moon here. So you got 3 moons. So that's a lot of moon. These swords are going to get heavy. Okay. And it's in your final outcome. So when you actually really think about what's happening here, you got the Two of Swords last week in your crown. And now it's in your final outcome. So is there some decision that you needed to make that you didn't? Were you fighting things off? Were you holding things in? So this is saying, okay, now it's time to face the truth about something. She's blindfolded, right? She also, holding the swords, but again, they're going to get heavy. You're going to have to, and like I said, in your last week's reading, you see she's got her back turned to the moon and the sea. So be in touch with your emotions as well and your intuition to make that decision you need to make, okay? It may not be easy. It may not be easy, but you're going to have to make it, okay? To be honest with yourself, to be your authentic self. I'm going to pull a clarifier. I want to see something here. Okay, Libra, you didn't do your homework from last week. You remember, yeah, I'm just joking, by the way. You remember you got the Four of Swords and the Heart of your spread. You need to take that time out. You need to really go, like, have that stillness of mind, have a little bit of meditation, and you're going to be fine. You're going to be good. You're going to be in a good headspace. It's almost like a reset, okay? This reset button. But coming after the Two of Swords, remember the Four of Swords is also a Libra card. So there's something here you've got to really decide and think about. And again, it may be you and how you approach things, right? It just seems like there's something here where a lot, like other people are definitely involved heavily in your life this week or the next 2 weeks, but there's something here where you're going to have to decide which way do I go with that 8 of Cups and that 2 of Swords and that and everything here. Libra, y'all are amazing. I mean, you are like, you're gonna be fine, you're gonna be good, but just really take that time to know what you want moving forward. Really know what you want. But you have a lot of power. Okay? You have a lot of power. But you've got to use it and have that, most importantly is like have that breakthrough, that personal breakthrough. I think that you will. But spend time for you. Okay. Libra, oh my goodness. I'm going way too long here. Libra, next week, we'll do March. And the reason why I want you to specifically have some time out to know what you want moving forward is because when we get to March, things are going to get a little, like, we've got 2 eclipses. We've got Mercury going retrograde. We have Venus going retrograde. We have a lot happening. And there's something actually really nice happening. Like we do have that lunar eclipse in Virgo next month for you, Libra. That would be your 12th house. So if there is something deeply rooted in your subconscious or something that you don't like, a big fear of yours or even self-sabotage energy, whoosh, we're letting it go. So we're kind of building up to that here. Yeah. All right, Libra. Oh, and with the second spread, yeah, we're gonna go through the lunate. There's some lunations. There's a day I don't want you to sign anything, and I'm gonna talk a little bit about what's happening at the beginning of March. It's really interesting. Something that refers back to like 2017. Something big for y'all with relationships. Anyway, okay, so Libra, if you like this reading, it would be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments, tell me what's going on. Y'all are amazing, and I will see you next week. All right, bye-bye.